Yeah, it's a blessing that we get to travel and go to New York and play in this arena. It's actually my first time going to New York, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, we're just blessed and just happy that we get this opportunity just to glorify God.
Jalen, it's been nice to have a few days off. I mean, I know y'all have been practicing and working out and stuff, but I mean, in terms of not playing games.
No, absolutely. I believe we had our first 2 off days since the season started. We played 4 games in 7 days, so it's been nice to have a few lighter practices and have a few days off.
How do y'all approach it with Thanksgiving? I mean, you got a game, Thanksgiving, another game. I mean, will you kind of do something as a team, and any family going to be there?
I mean, I have a few family members that are making the drive. It's only about 6 hours from West Virginia. But I'm sure that we'll do something as a team on Thursday. I'm not really sure, but
Yeah, it's about the same for me. We're not gonna be around our families, but we're brothers, so like, we're gonna figure something out. Yeah.
Can you guys talk to me a little bit about what you've seen, specifically the freshmen staying hats on your squad and kind of what you've seen from those guys so far this season?
They fit in well. Came in, worked hard, and that's really just all you can ask for. And then the rest just takes care of itself, really. They're just willing to learn every day, willing to put the work in. So as long as you just do those 2 things, then everything should go in your favor.
Should they be this good this quickly? I mean, these guys are balling, really.
yeah, like he said, they work on their game, so you can really only expect for it to go one way. The results are going to show if you put the work in.
Langston, you kind of had this role this year, it seems like, of, just coming into the game and bringing a lot of energy and offense. And, do you feel like maybe you're kind of playing your best ball at Baylor right
now? I would say yeah. I would say yeah, especially since from what I've showed at Baylor, just because, with all the injuries and stuff, I was slowed down a little bit. So this is probably the healthiest I've been since I've been at Baylor, and it's really just only going to go up from here.
How much do you guys relish the opportunity to go up against good teams like you'll see in Brooklyn?
I mean, it's like he said, it's a blessing first that we even get the opportunity to play in Brooklyn. And then there's 3 really good teams that we have the possibility of playing. So it's a great chance to test where we're at. There's going to be adversity, and it's just a great test to see how we'll stick together and how we'll come out.
Obviously, it's a different roster this season, but is there a little bit of a different feel this year that y'all are feeling out there on the court? Like together, like cohesion-wise?
I would say this is probably the most cohesive Baylor team that I've been a part of. Just like on the court, off the court, just the energies and personalities meshing. I would say that this is probably the biggest squad that's really stuck together, and like everybody is just one this year.
What do y'all like to do together away from playing basketball?
We probably go to either JV's crib or my crib, or we play 2K, just have fun, just hang out, just get together. Yeah, go out to dinner, all types of stuff.
What's your team in 2K?
That's on him. I don't play the game. I just watch.
I use the Suns because I like KD. They got 3 superstars on their team, so it's kind of unfair when you use the Suns.
Well, you're long. You can shoot. You try to put a little KD in your game.
I don't know about all that. He's one of a kind. I don't know about all that, but I say so. Yeah.
This is a random question, but obviously it's getting closer to playing in the new arena. Are y'all excited about that?
Real excited. I feel like it's a long time coming to get to play in the new arena. We're talking about getting it built for a while, so I'm just gonna be glad just to see what it's gonna look like. For sure.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
In terms of
Yeah, definitely needed, and able to work on a couple things from the first couple games where you'd never really had a chance to practice stuff. So that's been good, and now it's a great week if you're a college basketball fan. A lot of great games on, and we're part of them.
Yeah, obviously, some other Power 5 teams that you'll be playing. I mean, starting with Oregon State, what do you kind of see from those guys?
Well, Oregon State has a lot of size. Nowadays, there's a lot of 4 out, 1 in, and they got a bigger team than you might face on a normal night. It's a program that's had success a couple of years ago, Elite Eight, and it's a team. Pope, their point guards averaging 21 a game, over 20 a game. So if you're ever doing that at the Power 5 level or at any school, that's impressive. So, again, it's New York, great platform, great opportunity for us to play against Pac-12 school. And then you have 2 quality opponents on whoever you face, win or lose the next round.
Coach, what have you kind of seen? We've talked about it all season so far, but the cohesion of your guys, kind of that was something at the beginning. We talked about chemistry and building that. And from what I've seen, it seems like they're really finding that already right off the bat. What have you kind of seen from that so far?
Yeah, our staff really did a great job bringing in players that we thought would fit together and play well, enjoy playing with each other, and had the same character traits. And we got a really good group. They're fun to go to practice with. Have a smile on their face, have good energy, good teammates, and that's beneficial. Does it mean you're going to win every game? No, but it does mean that over the long haul gives you a better chance to be successful.
Did you expect Eve to be this good this quickly? I mean,
Well, you always hope for best case, and we knew he was really talented, knew he had a chance to be very successful. As far as timetables, especially bigs, it's tough to do that normally later in their career, the better they get. I mean, even in the NBA, probably a big is at their peak later than a guard would be. And Eve has really progressed from last year, his high school team to their staff did a great job with them, and Prolific had a great year, but that really helped give him some confidence and started. He's only played organized basketball for a couple years. He was 6'7" a couple years ago, so he's still growing into his body and still figuring things out. But he's been a joy to coach, and I know the fans and us enjoy watching him play because he's always good for a Sports Center highlight.
it may not be good for you to hear, but I've seen him pop up on NBA draft.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you got talented players. So it's better to have more players on those boards than not.
Coach, kind of going off of that, just your freshman standouts in general, Jacoby, kind of, is that something that you were expecting this season?
Well, Jacoby was somebody that same thing, had a really good high school team. They won the championship, and that does prepare you when day in and day out you're playing against elite competition in high school. And a lot of times you come to college and for the first time you see that size or athleticism. But if you're playing in a high school team or situation where every day you're practicing against guys that are 6'10", 6'11", the height isn't as big an adjustment. And then playing with other good players isn't as big a adjustment. And a lot of that's from AAU as well. You play, you have quality competition day in and day out when you practice, when you play in tournaments. So I think that better prepares you for when you get to college and face the athleticism and size that you might not see if you didn't have summer basketball or some of the tournaments and leagues they have in prep schools.
How do y'all approach Thanksgiving itself, the holiday?
Well, I think we've been really successful over a lot of our holiday trips. And first and foremost, you got to approach it like a business. And it's a business trip, and you get a chance to be a part of a great platform that you have over Thanksgiving break. And you want to make sure that you're resting and preparing and doing everything that you can to get ready for the tournament. A lot of times these tournaments are at nice sites, and you can be out shopping, walking on the beach, doing all that, and you need to take care of your legs and be mentally and physically ready to go because to win holiday tournaments, you got to be at your best. Oh, definitely, you'll have a Thanksgiving meal. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Hotel Thanksgiving food is not like you get at home, but we'll definitely have a Thanksgiving meal.
Coach, is there any sort of, obviously with the season, you have all the games before conference play starts. Is there any kind of sort of point in the season where your players are kind of like, let's go, like we're ready to get to conference play already?
Usually that happens toward the end of after finals is over, and but also they tend to want to get home for break. So I think with our schedule, though, the good thing is we always play enough quality competition and games that you're excited for it, where if you didn't have that, you might overlook some people. And that's what's great about college basketball. Each and every night you look on TV, and you're going to find somebody, and you're like, how did they win? Like last night it was Jackson State, Missouri. I mean, it doesn't matter what night it is, you're going to find upsets.
Have you looked much at Pitt or Florida as well?
What we do is you always divide up your staff, and you have people looking at that. And both those teams are off to really good starts and should have good years. So it'll be good competition again in a great venue, the Barclays Arena. I've always wanted to go in, the bus that goes in, and then it gets lowered down in an elevator, and it's like a Disney ride, turns around. So I've always wanted to do that.
We talked about it before, but the chance for those guys to play in an NBA arena, it won't be their first time this season, but pretty cool.
Yeah, really neat experience, and Royce O'Neal has had a great career with the Nets so far during his time there, and hopefully we get a chance to see him a little. And again, those are the things where most of our players grow up dreaming of playing in the NBA, and whenever you get a chance to play at a venue like that, that's something that they'll always remember.